How's it going, guys? Hopefully everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving, the people out there who celebrate it. Today I'm doing another heads up deal because it is Black Friday, of course. Still tons and tons of deals out there. One thing I think is pretty cool is a lot of stores are doing more online stuff, so people don't have to go to the store and get trampled at 6 in the morning. But there's still plenty of people who do that. I chose not to partake in that this year, just hanging around the house. But anyway, this video is on useknives.com. I've talked about this website before. They're an awesome source for a lot of discontinued knives, obviously used knives, but all kinds of different styles as well as a lot of older knives, all right? So if you're that guy or that girl hopping on eBay trying to find older style knives, and who knows, the 20s, 1920s, all the way up to maybe early 2000s, maybe it's a knife that you used to have, you just can't get anymore. When you're talking about discontinued stuff, I have a bunch of different sources. This is one of the major sources that I use. All right, I always check out this website. You really can find some cool knives on there, but today, and today only, they're doing 50% off site-wide, which is awesome because some of the prices are really good. Some are a little bit higher, just kind of depends on what you're looking at. So if you had any kind of interest in some of these older used knives, now would be the time to get them. But anyway, I want to show you guys the last package I got from them. Got some pretty cool knives here. So from left to right, we have a newer Spyderco Endura, fully serrated. I actually just got two Enduras. You're going to see a video soon on me blade swapping them because I believe originally they were, the opposite blades. But just classic knife. The fully serrated blade is something that I usually stay away from is serrations / partially serrated blades. When I do want to use a serrated knife, it's either a cold steel fully serrated knife or is a Spyderco fully serrated knife. All right, and it's just a workhorse. All right, obviously a little bit harder to sharpen that blade. I know at least of one person offhand who loves fully serrated blades, and they just send them back whenever they get dull enough where they can't, comfortably cut stuff. They send them back to Spyderco, have them sharpened up. So of course that's always an option. Then we have a throwback. This is an original Spyderco Dragonfly with the clip it. Okay, back when they were molded into the handle. All right, so it's plastic, it's all one piece. A lot of times when you find these knives, these pocket clips are broken off because once they break, that's it. They're not replaceable, unlike obviously a modern, metal pocket clip. This one is in AUS 8 or AUS 8 as people like to call it. All right, so definitely a throwback, certainly not a super steel or anything, but just an awesome knife, really is. This is just the original, which is for the collection. This one's definitely going to be a user, this one's for the collection. Next one is kind of both, more for the collection, for me anyway. This is an electrician's knife. This is a very common older style of pocket knife. Basically I have two tools. All right, we have a long flathead screwdriver, which is with a liner lock. Okay, so if you're doing a lot of different work, obviously as an electrician, that is a very stiff tool there with the lock on it. And this is slightly ground down here for wire stripping as well. And then here's the marking on the blade. You can see the Boker USA. And you can go to different websites and date these. All right, I didn't look this one up specifically yet. Just a simple drop point blade, very reminiscent of like a Victorinox style blade. But definitely a classic knife. And of course this one has a bail on it as well. All right, so that's the classic electrician style knife. You'll see these all over the place, eBay, useknives.com. I mean, anywhere you're going to find older knives, you're going to see this quite common. You see Utica models, maybe Remington made their own, Imperial, stuff like that. So basically back in the day, everyone had their own version of it. Now speaking of Imperial, we have an Imperial Boy Scout knife here. This is the exact model that I used in Boy Scouts. Now I have my actual Boy Scout knife. This knife that I actually carried when I was at Boy Scouts. That is set aside. That's with a very small collection of knives that I plan to have my entire life. Maybe one day give to my kid or something. I mean, I have my original knife, the very first knife I ever got. I have the knives, obviously, that I designed. That's something I'll always have. My original Boy Scout knife. This I picked up because I wanted to actually use it, but I didn't want to use or damage my original one. I wanted to get a second one, so that's what this is. This is an Imperial Boy Scout knife. All right, you can see official Boy Scout knife on the blade there. Of course, we have a nice can opener. We have a bottle opener / flathead screwdriver, and then there's an awl in the back here. So obviously I'm very familiar with this specific knife because I used it. It's just cool, very cool little throwback. But like I said, I wanted to actually use it. Of course, this one also has a bail. Next up, two Victorinox knives. We have the Cadet, all right, an ALOX model. This one has a nameplate on the back. All right, so we have, again, just your blade. We have flathead screwdriver slash bottle opener. There's also a wire stripping notch on the bottom. Then we have our can opener and smaller flathead screwdriver. And then unlike the Soldiers and Pioneer, which I have over there, this has the nail cleaning tool with the nail file. All right, I actually really like this a lot. You guys know, obviously I'm on camera all the time, so I like to try to keep my nails nice and clean. So having a tool like this actually does get used quite a bit. Just to get in, make sure you get all your, crap out of your nails, basically. I don't know what to call it besides crap. That's what it is, just who knows what. But you want to keep it nice and clean, obviously. You can file them as well. So very cool model, and as I mentioned before, the Pioneer. Now the Pioneer is basically like a Victorinox Soldier, same tools, except instead of the nail file, we have the awl. All right, there's very slight differences between a Pioneer and Victorinox ALOX Soldier. This particular one I think is discontinued. This has obviously the older logo on here, or shield. All right, I forget the exact date error for these. Again, I'll look these up. Yeah, I mean, the split ring on the keychain thing, that's something that the Pioneer had that the Soldier didn't. The Soldiers have like the date mark on the back of the tang there. Very simple little differences between them. However, the tools were the same. All right, so flathead, large flathead, small flathead, bottle opener, can opener, awl, and blade. So just really cool. Kind of gravitating again towards a lot of the traditional knives, as well as some different multi-tools still. So any of the Victorinox models are, of interest right now. But I know guys that just collect, the Soldiers. In fact, on usedknives.com, I saw a couple of Soldiers there that I definitely wanted to get. The second I saw them, I clicked on them, and they was already sold out. So someone obviously saw those, and that was like an amazing deal. So anyway, just wanted to make this video. It's not all about the latest and the greatest. Sometimes people like the throwbacks. I know plenty of people out there, they'll ask me occasionally, through messages like, hey, I used to have this knife back in the 80s, and I really missed it. I had it as a kid, or it was my dad's knife. And, there's a lot of people out there looking for older discontinued knives, and it's not that easy to find sometimes. Like I said, places like eBay is a great source, but it's always good to know other places where you can find some of these older discontinued knives. And also the forums. I've always mentioned the forums too. That's a little hit and miss, but you have a lot more collectors on there, so, just depends on how much you want to spend. If you guys happen to find something cool on there and end up getting it, come back here and let me know what you got. I'm curious. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.